Hello, my name is Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited, and here is your daily technical analysis of foreign exchange markets.
Euro-dollar, a fourth bearish black crow yesterday and another new low not seen since early November 2023. This is a continuation from last week's weekly key reversal down. Prices this time consolidated under the very recent base of the wide congestion seen between roughly 106.36 to the May 2020 low at 107.66, dating from February to July this year, as well as the lows of April this year and of April 2017 at 105.68. Overall, the action since late September today has been a small descending scallop pattern, with potential down to a primary target X in the 106.15 zone and possibly as far as the secondary harder to reach target X1 down in the 103.25 zone. Now, target X has already been reached. The next supports are the combined February and March 2017 lows at 104.92 and the October 23 low at 104.47. I have drawn a new, quite acute, late September to early November bearish Andrews pitch to try and show the bearish angle of attack of this market. The market is at this time in between the middle time above, currently at 106.67, and the lower time below, currently 104.96. So far today, we see utilization of the April 2017 low as a cap and already exploring new recent lows. Cable, aka sterling against the US dollar. A fourth bearish black crow yesterday and a new low not seen since mid-August. This is a continuation from last week's weekly key reversal down. Prices punched down once again through some significant supports, notably the November 2020 low at 128.52, the gold slowly rising long moving average, currently 128.19, and the 50% Fibonacci line, the October 23 to September 24 move at 127.34, as well as the nascent, broken, and possibly repaired, only to be broken again, October to date lower bear channel line, currently at 127.10. And finally, the 50% Fibonacci line, the June 2016 to September 2024 move at 126.99, halting just before the September 2020 low at 126.72, which actually ties in with the more recent August lows as well. However, prices closed back up over the 50% Fibonacci line at 126.99. Now, below this 50% Fibonacci line and the September 2020 low, we have the late June lows at 126.10 and then the lesser Fibonacci line at 125.69. Not exactly riveting supports. So far today, capped by the breached lower bear channel line and attempting to press down through the September 2020 and August 24 lows, and looking as if it's doing that quite well. Euro sterling. An immediate countering bearish dark cloud cover pattern yesterday after the previous session's bullish engulfing pattern. Prices were capped by the August 2022 low at 83.38 and are supposed by the short moving average, currently at 83.40. However, the decline stopped short of testing down to some significant supports, notably the October 2024 low at 82.93, the February 2020 low at 82.79, and the 2020 low at 82.74. We're also well within the very recent congestion zone that stretches from the August 2022 low at 83.38 down to the October this year low at 82.93. Question still hangs over this market as to whether we have or have not a late September to date based cat's ears pattern, typically seen as a bearish pattern. Now, so far today, a seeming reactionary attempt higher after first testing lower, but giving no clue as yet to the bigger picture or to its intentions. US dollar against the Japanese yen. A third bullish white soldier yesterday and a new high, not seen since late July. The move up is a continuation from the outside week seen last week, and prices have risen up to test the overhead upper trend line, currently at 155.62 of the October to date ascending wedge pattern. Plus they've started approaching the big old June 1990 high at 155.78. The base of this move up has been the bright red middle time, currently at 152.52, with a very flat late December 23 to early August 24 bullish shift pitch walk, as well as the lesser Fibonacci line, also at 152.52, and the very new lower trend line, currently 152.36 of the October to date ascending wedge pattern, plus the combined October 22 high at 151.94 and the November 23 high at 151.94, with just below these the flatlining gold long moving average, currently 150.182, and the August 1990 high at 151.58. So there's actually quite a lot altogether down there. Top side, beyond the upper trend line and the old June 1990 high, we are seemingly in a pretty free area overhead, barring some recent highs at 157.76 and 157.86, until the old May 1990 high at 159.61. Now so far today, a fresh move higher, punching up through the upper trend line of the ascending wedge pattern and the June 1990 high, and seemingly trying to stabilize over both. US dollar against the CNH, the offshore Chinese yuan. An indecisive spinning top yesterday with a long tail on it. Prices were capped by the dark blue extension to the upper trend line for the January to early April ascending triangle pattern, currently at 724.92, while supports below is a little way lower down at the gold flatlining long moving average, currently 719.88, and the May 2020 high at 719.64. This action has been the first halt to the move ups from last week's weekly key reversal up and the break higher last week over the bright red neckline, currently 715.19 of the late August to late October reverse head and shoulders pattern. Now this reverse head and shoulders pattern has a primary target X in the 720-723 area, which is not too far away, and a secondary harder to reach target X1 up in the 732.20 area. Now so far today, a punch higher to a new recent high over the dark blue trend line extension. We have some small July-based congestion overhead between approximately 726 even to 729.25, within which sits target X at 727.23. US dollar against the Mexican peso. A third bullish white soldier yesterday, with prices pushing up once again over the dark blue middle time, currently at 20.52.04 for the recent mid-August to mid-September bullish shift pitch walk, as well as the September 2022 high at 20.57.65, and eventually closing right on the September 2022 high. Apart from last week's high at 20.80.38, we now have overhead the big 50% Fibonacci line of the April 2020 to April 24 move at 20.99.90, plus the nearby July 2022 high at 21.05.01, and then the March 2022 high at 21.46.25. Additionally to these, we have the bright red middle time, currently of the 21.09.56 of the very important breached but seemingly repaired big picture April to July bullish shift pitch walk, as well as the dark blue upper time, currently at 21.16.25. Now so far today, a slight attempt higher, but then a move back down below the September 2022 high and down towards the dark blue middle time, but staying around that sort of area at the moment.
Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.